Good afternoon, everyone. Today is May 8th, 2020, and I think I'm going to try to do a quick garden update and also post a few specific updates on plants like my Sarracenia bogs. I have two now, and the Hoyas. But for now, a quick overview. Here is one of my Peter de Amato pictures that's opened up. And we've got the basil has made its first picture on my Ventricosa K female, and it's got an upper picture, and the upper pictures are cool because they're these big elongated mouths. They're kind of creepy. I like that. Here's another picture that's forming. Oh, and here's another one. I wonder why the upper ones are so weird shaped. That's pretty cool though. Got one of the truncata hybrids, made a tiny lid again because this was indoors all winter, but it's got another big, beefy pitcher coming in there. And this is the rescued from Lowe's from several years ago. It's doing great, putting out lots of flowers. You guys remember when this was just a bunch of buds, and it's got several underneath still, so this is going to be flowering for quite a while. Okay, I had to share with you guys. This is a huge upper picture of Nepenthes sanguinea. I got tangled here in the Hoyas. This is enormous. Look how beautiful that peristome is. This is just a normal, regular sanguinea. I don't know why it got so big. Not complaining, but that's pretty awesome. It's the only picture that it has right now, and it's kind of vining around. The pot's actually in the back. Move this Hoya out of the way. That'll be the next picture. Can't wait. That one might be even bigger. Got a few new orchids. This Dendrobium spectabile. It's a tiny one. It's not doing anything interesting yet, but hopefully it'll grow. Another Dendrobium. I only have two. This is Smiley. Dendrobium Smiley. Here is a overview of my tree where I hang my orchids and some of my succulents, my stapelias. This one is the hybrid Phalaenopsis that was sick, and now it's doing quite well, putting out a new leaf, lots of new roots. My only two bulbophyllums so far, my bulbophyllum carianum, which is, sorry about the door flopping around in the wind. Guys, is this a flower coming in, or is it making new bulbs? I don't know. I've never had these kinds of plants before. Here's another one. What is it making? And there's one escaping out the back there. Let's see if I can see that. But this is the most furthest along. I hope that's a flower. Someone can tell me what it is. That'd be great. And then I've got this bulbophyllum, and it's a bulbophyllum grandiflorum, and it's doing the same thing. I don't know if that's a new bulb or if that's a flower. I hope it's a flower. That would be awesome. Oh, and this is the Rickenstylus coalesce, and it is going crazy, putting out new, beautiful, thick, fat roots. It's got two yellow leaves, but it's putting out lots of roots and lots of new leaves. Right, one there and one there. So I don't know. Guess I shouldn't worry too much about those two yellow leaves on each side. Let me know if that's anything. But yeah, there's all new roots inside and inside the basket too. And this Rickenstylus is putting out really cool new roots. Look at all these. And get the leaf out of the way. Get this rock out of the way. You guys can see it. Oh, I can't. Anyways, I love those neon green, like toxic green looking new No, it's not in focus. There we go, that's better. And there's more inside too. And then these are all the little tiny ones I had inside the house. I'm thrilled about two things going on with the lotuses. Ultimate Thousand Petals is getting its first bud already. I'm glad. This one didn't bloom till like October of last year. So that it's putting out a bud already makes me so happy. I'm very excited about that. That was a cool flower. And then over here in this little patch, I don't know, can you see it? That's my first bulb of Golden Sunset this year. Golden Sunset is the first ever orange lotus. And the leaves on Empress are growing back like this one. After that, I found out that I looked up those caterpillars Todd told me about. And yeah, that's what was eating. It's amazing. Those little jerks make submarines and stick to the undersides of the leaves, but I think they all grew up and flew away, so hopefully there won't be a second wave. But I'm ready for it. In fact, this poor new leaf, you see how it's cut? That's one right there. He just cut it out and glued it with the bottom. Pull the leaves apart. That is what eats lotuses and water lilies. These things are horrible. It's a type of Chinese moth. I forget the name. I'll put a link, put a subtitle. Wish I had a chicken. I used to have chickens, and the chicken would eat that right up. Okay, I'm just gonna spill the beans on this. I was gonna not mention this or make a video, but several weeks ago I ordered a polytunnel, which is basically a greenhouse made of soft material like a tent. I'm in the garage right now. My Jeep is casting a shadow even though the lights are on. That's why I'm using the flashlight. But we have not been able to install it because our ground is not leveled, and it's very hilly and sandy, and part of it has pavers and part of it doesn't, and the pavers are all out of whack because of erosion and ants undermining it over the years. So this has just been sitting in my garage all this time. Kind of disappointed because I don't have anybody to help me. I did have a friend come over with a tractor and sort of level the ground a bit, but the rest has to be done by hand, and we can't do it. We tried. We don't know what we're doing. We're not built for this kind of work, so it's disappointing. This is going to be a cool 10 by 20. Yep, I was looking forward. This part won't be too difficult with two people, I think, but it's getting that foundation laid that's really, really important. Lastly, just want to show my little wall of orchids and the few indoor plants that I have. Those are still going. These are going nice. That's my songbird clock. Just ignore that. And the few plants I have inside, I don't feel like turning off the pink lights at the moment, so I'll just leave them on. And I had some plants in here yesterday because it got cold last night, so I had to bring in the most sensitive lowlanders that I have, and because it got to 47, and I was hoping that by now I would have had the polytunnel up and just put a heater in there and not have this problem anymore. The way things go here, that because Chris works and we don't really know anybody, and it'll probably be, who knows, months, if it's even this year when it's up. We'll see. But anyways, so that is the update for today. Oh, let me guys show you my turtle Hoya. It's doing great. And I've been very tired As you guys know, I'm taking care of those baby budgies. The two babies are doing very well, actually. They eat well, and they eat every hour. And if you read the community post, I talked a little bit about how difficult it's been feeding them at night, and I haven't been getting much sleep because of it. But the only thing is, I'm waiting for the last egg to hatch, and it's late, and I don't know if it will hatch. I'm worried about it. Don't know if it died in the egg. I'll give it a few more days, but the more time passes, the less likely it is that it'll hatch. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this garden update. I'll definitely have more videos on the way, not just of garden stuff, but of, I'm working on a driving compilation, which I've almost finished, so that might be up soon, hopefully. Alrighty, Des signing off.